Over 2 weekends in the summer of 2007, a group of galvanised young workers took to the streets of Brixton, striking in a bid to challenge their rate of pay. Their target was the seemingly liberal and free-thinking local cinema, adopted home of Brixton's laptopping creatives, the International Human Rights Watch Film Festival, and winner of the 2007 Living London Award for Best Neighbourhood Cinema.
Minimum wage! Yeah!
Need to show your support for your Ritzy Cinema staff. Come on, we're on strike today.
The action, timed to coincide with the release of the new Pirates of the Caribbean film, marked the breaking point in 2 years of talks between the Bectu-represented Ritzy staff and the owners of the cinema, City Screen. In that time, the best offer made was an increase of 3.4%, bringing the wage to £5.41 an hour, just 6 pence above the minimum wage at the time and below the rate of inflation, a poke in the eye for anyone hoping to stay out of negotiations for the next fiscal year. Yet, heeding the company's cries that they lacked the capital to satisfy such demands, the staff representatives put forward a proposal designed to meet the GLA's London living wage over an extended period of time.
We are the part-timers, but we are far-sighted enough, far-sighted maybe to say we want this done over, say, the next 3 years. And of course they say no. So we say, okay, how about having going for the poverty rate? No. How about going for the poverty rate over the next 3 years? How about 5 years for the poverty rate? Then you might as well tell your customers, tell our customers, tell the people that we serve and you charge.
Rapid rise in the cost of living, rapid rise in so much else. Wages are not rising to meet the needs of the average worker in the capital, especially. It's countrywide.
At least you are doing something to say wages should go more. Because things are getting expensive and all I see is less money.
It isn't just City Screen that we're attacking. It's a government issue that, like, the poverty, the rich-poor divide is getting bigger and bigger, and no one's really actually doing anything to combat that. No one's. I mean, they put the minimum wage 10 years in power. He's put in the minimum wage, and that's good. But in London, it's
the
not
attention
enough.
goes on, the super rich. And, it's sickening, really.
Minimum wage! Poverty line! Minimum wage! We want a poverty line!
The staff were fortunate enough to be able to strike at all, being the only union-represented body in the 18-cinema City Screen enterprise. When the company bought the lease from Oasis Cinemas in 2003, they sought to repress staff autonomy by replacing Bectu with an in-house discussion and disputes committee called the City Screen Forum. The case went to court with none other than the Right Honourable Sherry Booth representing the interests of the company.
The only people who were members of the forum were the managing director and the finance director and what?
And they made
Two
them
other
pay
people.
to join.
Did they?
It was lovely.
The forum could not possibly be recognised as an independent trade union. City Screen lost the case.
The people who are here running it every day on a day-to-day basis, we run it well enough that people keep coming in, and on evenings it sells out.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's friendly and people join the membership and people care about the place. We're doing our job.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to do your job, you suffer for it. Or do your job properly and find ways to make it work, because we're all supposed to be working together. They sell it on a friendly atmosphere, people buy into a friendly atmosphere, and a friendly atmosphere means actually caring about people. It doesn't mean selling a smile, it means there being something behind it. And if you want there to be something behind the smile, treat people with what's called the basic level of respect. And if that isn't the poverty line, well then it's a meaningless term.
Yeah.
Without the aid of most of the in-house management team and all of the projectionists, the team drafted in from head office and other sites to run the Ritzy for the duration of the strike had the work cut out for them. Thanks to the support of the general public, the staff hit City Screen in the pocket, and with the media's attention, the company soon found itself mired in bad publicity. It was finally enough to bring them back to the table with an offer which, while it did not append itself to the GLA's poverty line or living wage figures, among other things promised to phase in increases to the staff wage in order to reach $6.55 an hour by October 2009, a whisker away from the roughly estimated poverty threshold for that time. A ballot was taken amongst the staff, and the proposal was agreed to in exchange for their promise not to strike for pay for the 3 years the agreement would last. The increase was also delivered to the staff of all the London Picture House branches. Since that time, the Ritzy has curbed its opening hours and reduced man hours across the board. It has revamped its food menu in an effort to maximise profits, and the management have plans to transform the ground floor into a cafe. Within its walls, the drama continues. Yet, no matter the changes, the staff have always managed to keep their heads above water.
How come everyone is so sort of cheerful and helpful?
There was a really good analogy put to me recently that it's like meeting someone and falling desperately in love with them, and then meeting all of their friends and being like, yes, they're really, really nice, and then meeting their parents and finding out that they're not so nice.